Methods of costing, job costing. The objective under this method of costing is to ascertain the cost of each job order. A job card is prepared for each job to accumulate costs. The cost of the job is determined by adding all costs against the respective job. This method of costing is used in printing press, foundries and general engineering workshops, advertising, etc. Batch costing. This system of costing is used where small components or parts of same kind are required to be manufactured in large quantities. Here, batch of similar products is treated as a job. For example, if in a cycle manufacturing unit, rims are produced in the batches of 2500 units each, then the cost will be determined in relation to a batch of 2500 units. Contract costing. If a job is very big and takes a long time for its completion, then this method is used. Here, the cost of each contract is ascertained separately. This is used in the construction of bridges, roads, buildings, etc. Operating costing. This method of costing is used by service rendering undertakings like transport, supply of water, telephone services, hospitals, nursing homes, etc. Prerequisites for installing a cost accounting system. One need to know about the objective, whether it has been introduced for fixing prices or for insisting a system of cost control. Nature of business or industry. The industry in which the business is operating. Every business industry has its own peculiarity and objectives. According to its cost information requirements, cost accounting methods are followed. For example, an oil refinery maintains process-wise cost accounts to find out cost incurred on a particular process, say in crude refinement process, etc. Organizational hierarchy. Costing system should fulfill the information requirements of different levels of management. Top management is concerned with corporate strategy. Strategic level management is concerned with marketing strategy, product diversification, product pricing, etc. Operational level management needs the information on standard quantity to be consumed, report on idle time, etc. Knowing the product. Nature of product determines the type of costing system to be implemented. The product which has byproduct requires costing system which accounts for byproduct as well. In case of perishable products, marginal costing method is required to know the contribution and minimum price at which it can be sold. Knowing the production process. A good cost accounting system can never be established without the complete knowledge of production process. Cost apportionment can be done on the most appropriate and scientific basis if a cost accountant can identify degree of efforts or resources consumed in a particular process. This also includes some basic technical know-how and process peculiarity. Information synchronization. Establishment of a department or a system requires substantial amount of organizational resources. While drafting a costing system, information needs of various other departments should be taken into account. For example, in a typical business organization, accounts department needs to submit monthly stock statements to its lender bank, quantity-wise stock details at the time of filing returns to tax authorities, etc. Method of maintenance of cost records. The manner in which cost and financial accounts could be interlocked into a single integral accounting system, and how the results of separate sets of accounts, that is, cost and financial, could be reconciled by means of control accounts. Statutory compliance and audit. Records are to be maintained to comply with statutory requirements and applicable cost accounting standards to be followed. Information attributes. Information generated from the costing system should possess all the attributes of information, that is, complete, accurate, timeliness, relevant, etc., to have an effective management information system. The essential features of a good cost accounting system. Informative and simple. Cost and management accounting system should be tailor-made, practical, simple, and capable of meeting the requirements of a business concern. The system of costing should not sacrifice the utility by introducing meticulous and unnecessary details. Accurate and authentic. The data to be used by the cost and management accounting system should be accurate and authentic, otherwise it may distort the output of the system and a wrong decision may be taken. Uniformity and consistency. There should be uniformity and consistency in classification, treatment, and reporting of cost data and related information. This is required for benchmarking and comparability of the results of the system for both horizontal and vertical analysis. Integrated and inclusive. The cost and management accounting system should be integrated with other systems like financial accounting, taxation, statistics, and operational research, etc., to have a complete overview and clarity in results. Flexible and adaptive. The cost and management accounting system should be flexible enough to make necessary amendments and modification in the system to incorporate changes in technology, reporting, regulatory, and other requirements. Trust on the system. Management should have trust on the system and its output. For this, an active role of management is required for the development of such a system that reflects a strong conviction in using information for decision making. Limitation of cost and management accounting expensive. It is expensive because of analyzing allocation and absorption of overhead required considerable amount of additional work. Hence, additional money is required. Requirement of reconciliation. The results shown by cost accounts differ from those shown by financial accounts. Thus, preparation of reconciliation statement is necessary to verify their accuracy. Duplication of work. It involves duplication of the work as organization has to maintain two sets of accounts, that is financial account and cost account. Inefficiency. Costing system itself does not control cost, but its usage does. Steps to be followed to exercise control over cost. Determination of predetermined standards or results. Standard cost or performance targets for the cost subject or cost center is set before initiating of production or service activity. These are desired cost or result that need to be achieved. Measurement of actual performance. Actual cost or result of the cost object or cost center is measured. Performance should be measured in same manner in which the targets are set. That is, if the targets are set up operation wise, and then the actual cost should be also collected and measured operation wise to have a common base for comparison. Comparison of actual performance with set standard or targets. The actual performance so measured is compared against the set standard and desired target. Any deviation between the two is noted and reported to the appropriate authority or person. Analysis of variance and action. The variance and results so noted are further analyzed to know the reasons for variance, and appropriate action is taken to ensure compliance in future. If necessary, the standards are further amended to take developments into account. Standard cost center. Cost center where output is measurable and input required for the output can be specified. Based on the well-established study, an estimate on standard units of input to produce a unit of output is set. The actual cost for input is compared with the standard cost. Any deviation is measured and analyzed into controllable and uncontrollable cost. The manager of the cost center is supposed to comply with the standard and are held responsible for adverse cost variance. The input output ratio for a standard cost center is clearly identifiable. Discretionary cost center. The cost center whose output cannot be measured in financial terms, thus input output ratio cannot be defined. The cost of input is compared with allocated budget for the activity, for example, research and development department, advertisement department. Fringe benefits are the additional payments of facilities provided to the workers apart from their salary and direct cost allowances like house rent, dearness allowances, and city compensatory allowances. These benefits are given in the form of overtime, extra shift duty allowance, holiday pay, pension facilities, etc. These indirect benefits stands to improve the moral, loyalty, and stability of the employees towards the organization. If the amount of fringe benefit is considerably large, it may be recovered as direct charge by means of supplementary wage or labor rate. Otherwise, these may be collected as a part of production overheads.